Okay, right. It's a bit of a nippy night tonight, but we're going to get on with doing a little bit of painting. So, first of all, I'm going to get this big guy done. I haven't done some painting for a little while, not since I've airbrushed this guy. So we're going to have a go at cleaning it up a bit, adding a few more details using the brush and see where it goes. To be honest, I don't really like how it looks. Oh, there you go. Apparently I've connected my AirPods to this camera. But I'm just going to stick some music on for myself. Yeah. There we go. I'm not going to put any music on in the background for the stream for the time being. Most of the time that is usually just in the way for people who are in the stream. So, how are we going to approach this guy? So, we've already got a bit of a blend on some of these areas here, but I'm not sure if I really like it so much. I know I guess it's kind of okay in place. I don't know. I really don't know with the airbrush. It's something I'm not familiar with still. It needs a lot more work. So let's just try. Let's just paint. Let's go for it. I'm gonna stick down some brown. What I want is we're going to build up to an ivory, and to do that we're going to want some of the brown as well. Now the question is, do you go? No, yeah, we'll just try it with these two. We'll just give it a go, see how things go. Hey, spy painting, Bandai! Thanks for joining that stream. It was fun, and it was very handy for you to drop some of the rules information for us, so as we could understand the game a little bit better. So thank you very much. I enjoyed that game. It was fun. It turned out to be a bit one-sided, which is sometimes not so fun. But I think the way it went, it was kind of fun. With the crazy charge through the smoke and then causing so much damage. I really enjoyed that, because I usually struggle a lot with figuring out what to do in Infinity, and going with the JSA, it just kind of was like, okay, yeah, I'm just going to charge forward and I'm going to try and cover my run as best as I can as I charge forward and hope I get in close combat. And that seemed to do it. Right, we're going to have a go at painting this dude. Gotta be mixing. Oh no, that's not the right mix at all. That doesn't look right. No, I need to change that. It's not that kind of color. Shoot, I've forgotten how I did it. I must have used heavy gold brown. Yeah, it was going well for me. It just kind of carried on, and then when it came to the third turn, basically we called it the game, because in the second turn, at the end of the second turn, your Jimbo charged forward using smoke, avoided two jammer reaction shots, and stole the data module thing, and then just legged it back into my home zone area, my deployment zone. So I instantly scored 2 points for holding that objective. And the way things were going, I was going to end up with a possible 8 points, I think, because because I would have gotten another 2 points for the next turn, because I don't think he had any way of getting to me. Another 2 points for preventing him from getting mine, and then I would have possibly got another point. Oh no, sorry, 1 point for keeping him away from getting mine. I think was that it? 2, 4. I'm missing something there, and then like my classified objective was going to be easy to get because they had a couple of unconscious bodies around, and all I had to do was get my Shikami to touch one of them at the end of the game. Oh really? Oh no, didn't go well. What was the mission you were doing on that one? I'm going to try and fix up this armor, see if it looks any better as I do it. Unmasking. Oh, it's a bit of a difficult mission, if I remember rightly. But did you have fun? That's probably the most important thing. Did you enjoy yourself? It's funny, Infinity can be so brutal. It's mostly very brutal to me. I was so lucky, like just the luck on my dice rolls that day was unbelievable. I've never seen me roll so well. So there's probably going to be another few months before I can start rolling like that again. All right. So yours was like so it was one-sided in your it was one-sided in your favor. Sorry, I was reading it as in the other person's favor. Either way, sometimes those one-sided games are just they're not as special as those really close games. Hello there, Ralph. Yeah, I'm not sure how it's gonna look when it's finished, to be honest. Like, doing the airbrushing was really fun, but then I'm like, I don't know where to go from there, so I'm kind of ended up going, you know what, I'm probably gonna just paint over a lot of it. Because I'm more comfortable doing brushwork. I'm gonna leave. I'm trying to leave as much as possible all of the fleshy bits that I've done with the red and purple. I kind of like those colors, but I'm gonna kind of boost them with a bit of brushwork. The bit that I didn't really like is the armor, so that's what I'm gonna try and fix right now. I'm gonna have a play around with that, see if we can get the head right, and then from then on we'll go and see. Yeah, because didn't you do yours with the was it with the Vallejo Express colors or something? If I remember rightly, having a look at those. Ah, yeah. Thank you very much. Yeah, no, I remember seeing the pictures. It looked really good. Like you did a bang up job on that on yours. I was very impressed. It was looking it was looking good. It left an impression on me anyway when I saw that. It was good. Yeah, I'm kind of going in a bit of a at the moment a kind of production overdrive at the moment while I have the motivation for it, and I'm trying to kind of make sure that my at the moment I've got a Patreon and I got a couple of patrons on there, so I want to make it as worthwhile for them as possible, and also trying to just get my YouTube moving a little bit at a more steady pace rather than like how intermittent it is. And then also doing the streaming as well. So that's why I'm on tonight as well. Yeah, it's kind of I think the airbrush is something that's gonna just take a long time to really get comfortable with using to do a lot of your work, and then how you involve it into the rest of your brush work is it is the learning process there, because you can do something and go, oh, I really like the colors that I've got over here, but nothing is blended properly, or no, not blended, but I guess nothing is highlighted quite properly enough, not in the places that I really need it, or some of the details need focus and things, but how do I actually do that? It becomes a question. So it's takes a little bit of getting used to, I think. Right, I'm gonna get some of these main colors down, and then we'll start blending them a bit more. Good thing with this big model is I can use a bigger brush and not have to worry too much. Yeah, airbrushing is a whole nother skill to learn. I saw people saying, oh, it's just cheating and things, but it's not. There's like a whole nother level to learning how to use that. It's a whole nother skill in itself. Getting the right kind of air pressure to kind of pull off a lot of the effects that you need to try and get is tough. It really is. So it's like this one was a good learning process of getting some ideas of like, okay, and now I know how the burnt umber spray works. I kind of like it to kind of create a more grimy look, but I didn't want a grimy look on this model here, because now like the base is way too loud and the model itself is way too dark. So it's makes that a little bit more difficult. Right, you are way too close, Mr. Light. You're shining too bright. It's such a weird plastic as well. It's kind of like a little bit bendy. I'm going to be curious as to how the tags from Tag Raid feel. Like the detail's good for such a bendy, soft plastic. It's kind of weird. I'll have to see what the Tag Raid stuff is going to be looking like. I still want to keep a lot of the contrast in there, so I might have to build in some darker bits into this as well. I don't know. I'm not feeling this. Oh, crikey, I'm supposed to be recording this. Just a moment as I make sure this. Yeah, yeah, I decided to back that one. There we go. Yeah, I decided to back tag raid because it looked like because I don't really get to play very much Infinity with people, and also like there's not many people that play Infinity, so I kind of view tag raid as a kind of a possible gateway drug of getting like a bunch of people who are more board gamey related into the concept of Infinity in a kind of a fun kind of what's it? It's like a bit like Fortnite kind of style of gameplay. Thought that might be kind of a giggle. Plus, also it gives me a bunch of big models to paint, which would be kind of fun to do. And yeah, I thought that would be. I just wanted to paint that big worm and the dragon. I thought that would be really cool. A bunch of tags would be kind of fun to play around with. I can always proxy them for different kinds of models. And then also I decided to pick up a couple of more tags at the discount that they offered as well. So I'm going to be getting, I will be getting the Maggie. They had a big discount on the Maggie, so I was like, yeah, I'm going to get that. And also the Japanese one, the Oyoroi. Oyoroi? I think it's Oyoroi. So I'll get a couple of extra tags in there as well. And I might try and make some videos about tag raid when it comes. I'm not like the last time they had an update, they were talking about April. I haven't seen an update for at least a month and a half, and people are starting to ask, where's the updates? I'm not expecting to see it in April. I'm expecting probably to see it in the summer. And to be honest, that's fine with me. I got plenty to get on with. What I'm really waiting for right now is the Kickstarter that I did for some sable brushes. I really want those brushes. Okay, as I start to paint this head, I feel like that's going to be the brightness that I want to pull out of this model. And I can kind of keep some of this airbrushed work under there just to kind of give it a bit of a kind of a two-tone type of thing. So if I just hit the surface stuff with this ivory, that will hopefully give me enough contrast there. Oh, hello, Neurotic. I'm Genki, thank you very much. That's all. Oh, hi, Zombie Genki. Zombie, I guess it kind of translates into Japanese. You can say zombie, but yeah. I should perhaps try and say some Japanese. I'm just not in Japanese mode at the moment. So for me, it's evening, so I should say konbanwa. O genki desu ka? I don't know. If you want, you can ask me to say something in Japanese and I'll do my best to translate something. I just, at the moment, I can't. I'm not thinking in Japanese. Once I have a conversation with someone, I just go automatically into Japanese. Right now, my head's just not in it. But anyway, hope you're doing well, Neurotic. Are you doing any painting at the moment, or you just browsing the Twitches? I was mentioning earlier, I'm trying to up my level of production of doing things. So I've already recorded my next Defiance kind of update video where I talk about different elements of Defiance. I've recorded that, so hopefully the editing of that won't take very long. I've got my Bill and Bob episode coming this weekend, so then I've got the other Defiance video that I just did, just recorded. That will come out the following weekend. I'm gonna have just like one video every week, just be released on my YouTube. And if I can get ahead on those things, then it gives me a bit of a bumper room to work on, like the main Defiance video that I've been doing, which is now up to turn 3. I've still got to record the audio for, I think, turn 4 onwards. But I'm kind of liking how my new kind of edit for that is going. So hopefully I can keep working on that and get that out there. Oh, you're working. Wow. Lucky for you, that's good. I have absolutely no way of doing any kind of browsing during work unless it's my lunchtime. And then it's sometimes hard, depending on the day. We are... my workplace is quite a busy one. Working with children and all. Right, okay. So I want to catch that bit there. I think once I can actually coat this whole model in this kind of ivory look, we're going to be onto a better looking model, I think. We'll see. What is it you're doing? What is your job there, Neurotic? So I finally figured out my I figured out my bloody internet problems. I think that I was having issues with on Saturday when I was streaming the game of Infinity. Kind of like my Wi-Fi has kind of like 3 settings that I connect with. Oh, software development, fantastic. Oh, that's got to be pretty good. I'd be awful at such a job. Do not have the programming skills at all. What kind of software are you developing? I guess that's probably a more pertinent question than, or a pertinent thing to say than, oh, that's good. Because it's very dependent on what you're making, if it's something that you enjoy making. I'm getting the wrong mix here. Sorry, I'm going to be shaking the camera up and down while I mix my paints. Okay. In some ways, what? Yeah, I guess so. Well, that's sounds like a good job to have, though. I just work with children, which is it's fun. It's I enjoy it a lot. And I'm actually like I'm the teacher trainer at the school that I work at, which keeps me very busy. But mind you, everyone is busy in the job that we got. It really is a busy place, which is good. It kind of trains you to be kind of, I don't know, a bit more active and proactive with things. So I'm kind of using that to try and also drive my motivation for like streaming, for making YouTube content, for painting more, and just not waste any time as best as I can. I do tend to sometimes burn myself out a little bit doing that. Hey, that's the thing. I couldn't do your job. It's funny. Like people will fall into different kind of all kinds of different types of jobs, and you can look at someone else and be like, oh my god, how do they do that? That's amazing that they can do that. But not realize that they may still feel the same way about what you do, kind of thing, which is kind of what I would say about software development and things like that of any kind. I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know my. I'm trying to think of the phrase that I was gonna say, but I think it was kind of a rude phrase, so I'm gonna avoid it while I'm streaming. I think it was my a-hole to my elbow. I don't know the difference. Yeah, it's kind of weird because now I'm less involved in the classes as such, because I'm now more kind of helping out the actual teachers and making sure events run and everything else. So I'm not in the classroom as much as I used to be, and that I kind of miss. And so any opportunity I get to go in a classroom, I'm always really, really happy because it's a lot of fun. But I got to go in the nursery the other day, so I was changing lots of diapers and things. That was a giggle. Lots of poo-poo. Getting your hands dirty, as it were. Right, I'm going to have to blend this a lot. This is a terrible blending job I'm doing here. I've done it a disservice. I need to go further up. And I need to wait for it to dry. That's my problem here. I'm being very bad. It seems to, on this surface, dry very slowly. It's very weird. So actually, after doing that stream the other night of Tabletop Simulator with Infinity, I literally got a mail from Twitch saying that I've now become an affiliate. So I was like, oh, that's nice, I guess. So I was like, okay, I'll go and join that affiliate program, I guess. Yeah, the strange thing is, I like make I have to do all the things like making the planning sheets for my school and things like that. So I completely redesigned them using Google Sheets, and I basically learned how to do a whole bunch of weird formulas and things to do some pretty complicated things for a sheet, nothing like coding. But it was kind of fun to learn all of those things to do this kind of what is essentially just going to be a piece of paper saying what I'm going to do today. But to design it in a way that it would hopefully guide the teachers and make their job easier, because they don't have much time to plan and prepare each week. So kind of making the planning sheets as user-friendly as possible and reference easy as possible is really important. God damn, this is looking terrible. I'm just gonna pull that up. This is not going as I was hoping. This is a really difficult model to paint, just I think because the plastic is kind of weird, or it's something to do with my brush, I don't know. But it's just not sitting in the spaces that I'm painting as easily as I want them to be, which is making this a really slow process, which is kind of annoying. Yeah, I'm just pulling off paint. It takes ages for it to dry. So I've got to do that, and then I've got to come back later, I think. So I'm just going to leave it for a bit, and we're going to go and try something else. So I'm going to start off with the brown, draw that one up there. Draw that one up there. Even put in a bit there. And we can come back and fix that one later. So I think I'm just going to go around just doing the brown for a bit. Getting that initial clip in there. And then we can come in afterwards and I'm not going to go too crazy on a lot of the details just because it's kind of a big model as it is, and you can kind of get away, I think, with cheating it a little bit in places. I'm not feeling the model yet. I think once I actually get this scheme down that I'm really happy with, then I might be like getting into it. But right now this is feeling a slog, and this is what I was worried about painting this model. Am I going to enjoy it? I think once I get the base stuff down, I think then I can start to have a little bit of fun with it. Like, let's add some color here, let's do this here. So like these bits that are protruding out the back, perhaps we can do them a little bit with the green as well, kind of really bump up some of the colors coming from this model. We'll have to see what we can manage. Right now, I've just to let you know, I'm in my ear. I'm listening to I think it's called Okja. No, Ottigen, which is like a Siberian. Kind of a weird, kind of a Siberian, kind of not folk, but they're using kind of traditional music with modern kind of fusion and things. It's kind of fun. It's got a nice kind of aggression to it. It's pretty cool. But they mix in a lot of throat singing and what's it like that mouth piano or whatever it's called. But to really good effect. It's kind of fun. So just been listening to them a little bit lately. And it's kind of good because they're not singing in English. I don't get too distracted with that. Yeah. Infinity is kind of like Warhammer. A bit, I suppose Kill Team is probably a better reference point in terms of its size, in terms of the squad sizes and things. So you tend to play with up to about 15 models per side. You're playing on a 4-foot by 4-foot table, but having lots and lots and lots of terrain is really important for it to work, because it's all about kind of controlling lanes and lines of sight, and trying to use a lot of... It's very tactical. There's a lot more strategy involved than in Warhammer, where Warhammer you can kind of charge things down and try and just see if the dice will go in your favor and things. And obviously there is a lot of important decision making in Warhammer as well, but it sometimes depends on the in faction at the time, if they're OP or not, and certain winning combinations or something like that. I find with Infinity there's a lot more variables for success, and you actually have, like, if you don't know what you're doing, you're gonna get destroyed in Infinity, which is what's happened to me a lot. I just get destroyed by making stupid mistakes, but I like that because I get punished for my mistakes, not really punished for my dice rolling. It still punishes you for your dice rolling, that's for sure, but how you win or lose a game is often down to the decisions you make on the table. And doing that kind of risk assessment and management as you kind of try to complete your objectives. It's fun. Like it a lot. And the models just look absolutely stunning. And the reason I kind of got into Infinity was when I had my daughter, I decided I couldn't really afford to, space-wise and money-wise, couldn't afford to be getting Warhammer stuff because you need so much of it and it takes up a lot of space. So having something that's a little bit smaller would probably work out, I thought. I ended up, of course, buying still a lot of models, but I spend a lot more time painting them because I have these smaller forces. I also, because of having a daughter and everything, family stuff, it's harder to find the time to actually play or find people to play. So my interests kind of waned a little bit on the actual game side of things, and I picked up more on the painting side. Got into painting, and I've been kind of doing more painting now, and that's been fun. And that's where kind of like my YouTube channel kind of got started. It was just like, I'm on a painting journey and I'm kind of at a point where I feel like, oh, I'm making some headway with my painting skills. Let me start documenting it through the YouTube. And then through YouTube as well, I kind of got to experiment with some other ideas. Like I think I started off with I was doing a lot of painting Aristea models. And Aristea is a board game set in the Infinity universe that is kind of like the blood sport of Infinity, and Aristea is actually probably that game I'm even more into that than Infinity. I played not a lot, but I played more Aristea than I have Infinity, and it's a fun game. That one's a really fun game, and sometimes I'll play that on TTS, so I might try and put up some videos of that if I play some more of that in the near future. On top of that, I also did a couple of bat reps of Aristea, and they were really good to make. It took a lot of work, but I thought they came out pretty fun. They were good. And then what was it? Then I kind of got the Infinity Defiance, and I decided I wanted to paint up that, and then if I can, try and do a video, perhaps do a video series on that one with some playthroughs of that. Hello there, Dice Gods. You're in Egypt on holidays. Well, fantastic. Good work on getting all of your videos done then for the Flames of War campaign you're doing. I've been watching a few of those videos. It's looking good. It's looking good. So I'm going to try and get there. Yeah, it's not much of a mini, is it? It's just, I'm not really enjoying the painting of it at the moment, but we'll see. I'm going to try and knock up the light values of it. The base came out pretty swish and swanky with all the greens and things. I got a tag in there to paint up as well. That's dead on the floor. So it's all going to be brushwork from here on in, basically. And we'll see if we can save it as such from my fairly poor airbrushing work. Yeah, no, it looks like your channel's doing very well. You're getting there. It was well done getting the kind of like the kind of sponsorship type of thing with Flames of War. Not Flames of War, but the what is it? The company that make the train. God damn it! I've got their image in my head. Like not Custom Meeple. It was the God damn it! It's like is it the Polish terrain company? God damn it! Thank you very much. Yeah, we'll get it a little bit more tied in, I think, to the model, and that would be kind of cool. But hopefully it will finish off looking a bit poppy. I really don't know how this is going to turn out. I'm a bit worried. I see. So are you painting Warhammer models? And if so, what kind of models are you painting? I'm not liking how this model like swooshes about the paint quite a bit. So I'm gonna just have to put down a little bit of the paint just to kind of map out all of the highlights, and then we can blend later, I think. It's being a pain, to be honest. Yeah, I'm screwing up those breastplates. I can't get them right. Micro Arts, thank you very much. Yes, Micro Arts. Oh, God damn it. Hey, you gotta start somewhere. And Death Guard's a good place to start, because if they don't, the good thing about them is they're supposed to be kind of ugly and dripping with yuck. Thanks very much, man. You have a lovely holiday in Egypt. Hopefully catch you again sometime. It'll be awesome. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You take care. Don't get burnt or anything. Just have a lovely, lovely holiday. Oh, this thing is a pain. Really don't like this plastic. Very nice. Yeah. Yeah, if you're into the painting things, just pick up a model every so often of the one that you really want to paint, that inspires you to paint. I think that's a really good way to go, to be honest. Otherwise, you can get burnt out doing that batch painting of the same armored space marines and things. I like having a bit of a difference from time to time. So I've kind of got a schedule going of what I need to get painted in terms of videos as well. So February is this Megalodon. Get this guy finished painted. And then the next ones are going to be my Tankos, which are these Japanese kind of Ronin-like space warriors. One carrying like a missile launcher, and the others running with swords and stuff. It's pretty cool. I enjoyed painting the Domaru, which were basically space samurai for Infinity. They're just really cool models. I got to play with them on a game of Infinity just the other day for the first time, and it was a giggle. They were great fun. Once they get into close combat, they just destroy things. Just everything dies. The cool thing about them is you can't actually miss with them. Once they're in close combat, they're definitely going to hit. It's just, can the opponent roll better to either dodge or hit back first? They're pretty scary. Oh, I can't wait to get some new brushes. Yeah, you got the ones in mind. Yeah, those massive hats that they have. They're awesome. I do like. I remember when they first came out, people were a bit like unsure, but they've become so kind of iconic and such a strong image. I'm glad that they went kind of a bit crazy with the JSA design, because sometimes with Infinity stuff can look a bit too similar across some of the factions. So I like the factions that really stand out as being very different. Everything's got its own kind of design, but there is still a bit of crossover, I think you find, with a number of Infinity design styles. So yeah, the JSA having a kind of a bit of a really crazy anime style of design is good. Makes them very iconic on the table. Kind of fits their play style as well, of being the glass cannons of Infinity. I guess it's the equivalent of the Eldari in Infinity there. They're very cool. I didn't actually run any in my list the other day. I've been wanting to try them out, but I ended up going more with I went with the Shikami and Domaru. And the Shikami are just so cool. I was so glad I bought that model. That was one of my favorite models to paint, just because he looks so cool. I got the one which is kind of like posing, not running, but I really want to get the other Shikami as well. So I have a couple of Shikamis, and just looking scary as. But yeah, I like running a Shikami with 2 Domado. Like, get the cheap Domado. Nice, nice. I really dig the Lord of the Rings models and design and things, just as a difference from the Age of Sigmar stuff for Warhammer stuff. I think they look really, really nice, and I keep eyeing up the the box on the GW website, the box set of the game. Is it with Minas Tirith? I think that's where the current one is that they've got on the website. It just looks so cool, and I've heard like good things about how the game plays, and if there was ever one kind of miniature game that would get my wife into it, it'd be Lord of the Rings, because she loves Lord of the Rings, but I still don't think she'll be interested, even if I got like the Japanese rules and everything. Okay, I'm starting to like where this is going. I don't know. Is starting to grow on me now that I'm actually getting some of the blending working a little bit. Still need some work on that blending, to be honest. But I really got to perhaps glaze it a bit more so that we're kind of blending between the layers a bit. Just throw that on there, just to try and help with some of the transitions. We'll see. Now, I'm not quite sure how I'm going to do this whole green to the brown type of thing here. That's going to be a bit of interesting one. So I'm going to leave that for a little bit. I'm going to come around. I'm going to try and work on some of these other areas here. Yeah, that's basically what I'm going for. So most of my, if I show you, do I have? Yes, I do. I have my my tag. So that's my regular kind of color scheme for my Shasvasti, and it has a kind of a bit of a bone kind of effect. The color scheme was actually decided on based off of my my pet bearded dragon. So I kind of have that orange for the skin and things, and then I wanted this bone ivory kind of armor that it would wear. So thanks very much. Yeah, that's kind of the aim there. So I find I can brush paint it a lot better, and it's actually coming out a lot better than I was thinking it was. I've just kind of been doing it and not thinking about it so much. It's just been automatic, and it's starting to look actually, yeah, quite good. So it's starting to turn on me a bit. I keep getting pulled by the poor coverage on the sides here, and then don't see that all of this is starting to work. Mostly it's working because I'm keeping quite a lot of contrast involved. So you can still see like the dark browns here. I haven't gone too far, and I kept the highlights not too large. And that's what really helps boost it. But it almost looks a little bit cell shaded. Almost kind of anime style cell shading. Completely by accident, not on purpose. God, I wouldn't know where to begin with that kind of thing. I am really tempted, because I'm in Japan, they're just everywhere, those kind of like plastic models of anime characters. I'm really tempted to like pick one up and have a go at doing some cell shading to kind of paint it up nicer than just the basic painted plastic that they have in the shops and things. And then again, possibly just, and then I wouldn't want to keep it, I'll just try and sell it. But that would be a possibility. I've got to stop touching this area because this is looking all right and I'm screwing it up. I just have the ivory for the final highlight on some areas, just like there. Thank you very much, Ralph. You have a lovely day. And keep it up. I look forward to seeing some more of your work on Instagram and yeah. Just keep it real, man. Take care. Always a pleasure for you when you come on to the stream. I'm gonna try. This is now. Originally I was streaming on Thursdays and Saturdays, but I'm gonna try and sneak in Tuesdays as well, which is Tuesday for me today. I'm going to try and sneak in Tuesdays as well, so that I have a bit more of a frequent kind of process with the painting, and then use the other days for video editing and video making as much as possible. I kind of hit a habit of just kind of going, I'll do some video editing, I'll do some painting another day kind of thing. And it was, luckily the streaming was keeping my painting up, but then my video editing kind of got hurt quite a bit. But right now I'm kind of in a zone at the moment. So I'm doing multiple projects at the same time. One, of course, is this Megalodron. So painting up the Megalodron. Another is making my supplementary Defiance videos. I've just finished doing a rather silly Bill and Bob episode, which is only, at the moment, is only available on my Patreon, but it will be released this weekend. I put a short up and I'm not sure if it's really gone down very well. Because out of context, I think it just doesn't work. What else? I'm also writing a Necromunda short story at the moment. That's going well. I'm kind of enjoying that. I kind of wrote a few pages, left it for a bit, came back and read it again, and kind of was like, oh, I kind of enjoyed that. That was fun. And then I'm gonna, once that one's done, I'm gonna record the audio for that and set that to a video with me painting one of the old Underhive Scum sculpts. And then again on my Patreon, because the patrons that I do have, I only got a couple of patrons, but one of the reasons that they supported me was for my short stories that I was writing. So I'm trying to do one short story a month that will go out on my YouTube with a video painting the model that it's inspired by, and then I was saying something else then. What was I going to say? And then, yeah, I'm taking the audio recording and actually releasing it as an MP3 just for patrons. So I'm kind of really trying to improve my kind of how my Patreon works and make sure there's that exclusive content there for people that are interested. I don't expect many to be wanting to join, but if there's someone who wants to support me, I'm very happy for it. And basically everything that I edit, I stick it straight on Patreon straight away, even if it's not going to be released on YouTube for a while. But yeah, this year I'm really trying to focus my efforts and also focus my content so that it's kind of a regular type of thing. Rather than I've kind of been bouncing around going, I don't know really what to do with my channel, and it's a bit too scattered is the problem. So this year is all about focus and creating a routine. And if I can do that, then I feel like I can get a series of things going that I enjoy making, rather than trying to think, what does the algorithm want me to make, or what will get me some views and things. I'm just, as much as I want my YouTube to grow as a channel and help support my hobbying, I'd rather keep it something that I enjoy doing. So things that I enjoy doing are video editing, making kind of interesting like battle report videos, writing short stories, and painting. So that's where the focus is right now. And every so often doing a silly video. Yeah. And at the same time, yeah, spend as much time with my family as possible. Yeah, I mean, my wife's job keeps her pretty busy on the weekends and things. So, like, the weekends is mostly when I get the most time to spend with my family. So, as much as it's possible, if I can prioritize, like, my my days during the week, like the evenings, on doing these projects and things, that's kind of where my focus is there. And then I feel like if I have fulfilled a lot of the things I wanted to do during the week, then on the weekend I can fully enjoy, like, taking my daughter to the park, taking her to her piano lessons, do a little bit of video editing while she goes to swimming, and then kind of be able to play with her. I've actually done a video. I haven't edited it yet, but we recorded a video of me and my daughter playing a game of Pokemon, the card game, together. So I want to kind of edit that one together and maybe just put that one on my Patreon. I don't know. I'll just see. I think I'm a bit hesitant to release a video of my daughter onto YouTube. I think she's wandered into a stream in the past. But it's funny, like, the game of the Pokemon, though, is kind of interesting, because I'm speaking all in English and she's speaking all in Japanese, and we're still communicating fine with one another. So it's kind of a weird one to watch in that sense, or at least interesting. So, but again, editing it is the going to be the key thing there. Just got to get round to it. Okay, right. It's a bit slow progress on this old bad boy, but it's getting there. There we go. Do 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 do. I'm actually been for my daughter been reading her Matilda at bedtime. It's been kind of fun because there's a lot of language in there that's very difficult for her to fully understand. Kind of a lot of stuff she doesn't hear me say that often, and I'm the only influence of English that she has at the moment. But yeah. I'm screwing up that thing. I'm not painting it the right way. It's all right. How are we doing? All right, I'm very happy today. The stream, like the health of the stream has been very good today. I've been always worried about that. Oh, you playing piano? Fantastic. It's like coding with sound. Fantastic. Is there any particular piece that you're going to be playing for that? Oh, you're going to go and watch it. Oh, fantastic. Excellent. Very, very cultured. It's good. Yeah, I don't listen to enough classical music. My interests in music are kind of very, I guess you'd say, eclectic. I'm a bit all over the place in terms of the things that I like to listen to. As I mentioned earlier, I'm listening right now to kind of Siberian folk punk. And that's the kind of thing I'll enjoy. And yeah, I was kind of brought up on a lot of the blues from my dad, and kind of some what you would call, I guess, world music. Enjoyed a lot of different kind of African music, especially from Mali. which is considered the origin birthplace of the blues. Okay, there. Cool, I'll have to check them out. Thank you. I'm always kind of interested in hearing new music and things I haven't really been exposed to before. Oh, cool. Oh, I shall definitely have to have a listen. Yeah, one of my favorite bands that I've seen live is Tinari Wen. I've seen them twice. I haven't been to see live music for, I think, over 10 years, perhaps, almost. Like properly going to a concert and things. Maybe even longer. But I saw Tinari Wen a couple of times. They were fantastic. They're a Mali a Mali group who are the Tuareg nomads who play. They got like all electric guitars and some of the traditional music, and they kind of mix it really well together. But they make this kind of wailing guitar that's so hypnotic. They're absolutely phenomenal. It's something else to go and see them live and listen to their music. Kind of just entrances you. They're awesome. There we go. I'm starting to grow on this guy. He's getting there, I guess. He's getting there. Oh yeah, that would be awesome. Psychedelic rock is always fun. Oh no. My earphone died. No more music for me. Oh well. Not until they charge, anyway. I'm just going to continue trying to get as much of this done as possible. What time am I on right now? Oh, it's gone past 12 now. Wowee. So yeah, I might have to wrap up the stream in a little bit. But we'll see. I'll just try and get a little bit more of this done. Maybe take a quick photo to put up on Instagram. And I can call it a night. This one's pulling off the paint, so I'm going to have to leave that to dry anyway. So yeah, I think that's probably a good spot to finish. Let's just have a look how that will be looking when it's on its body. Okay, so that's kind of, I think that's going to have a bit more of an impact, isn't it? A bit more of an impact that way when all of it has this kind of ivory armored look to it. I think that's going to look a lot more in your face. And I think it contrasts quite well with the muscles and things. We'll try and also do some work on the muscles in the future. See if we can make them pop a little bit more. Tibetan miracle seeds. Awesome. Are they actually from Tibet? Or is it just it's just a psychedelic name? I'm going to have to write these ones down. Inca missiles, Tibetan miracle seeds. All right, let me just have a quick jot down of all of that. Put it into my phone. Here we go. Notes. Right, so music from Neurotic. So, oh, they're from the Netherlands. Okay. Of course they are. So Inca missiles, Tibetan miracle seeds. And then there was the ones earlier you mentioned as well. La Cow Music. No, don't try and error correct me. I know what I'm writing now. Yeah. Music. And Joseph Ray, wasn't it? Fantastic. Okay. I've got them all kind of knocked into my phone there. I'm going to go and check them out. Thank you very much. I'll try and check them out sometime, and maybe next time I'm on the stream, I might, if I catch you, I'll try and let you know what I think as well if I get a chance to listen to them. Oh right, yeah, that's a good idea. I'll try it. I'm really bad at getting in on my Discord and using it a lot more, so I'll have to try and use it a bit more and learn how to use it a bit more, because I'm terrible with, okay, what are the features and things that I need to be up on to really make use of Discord and Twitch and everything else. I still got my kind of crappy overlay that I created a while ago, and I really need to update it and change it a little bit. But yeah. Anyway, thanks so much for joining. Good luck with your work. I hope you can enjoy it a little bit. I'm going to go away and feel a little bit better about this model and the direction it's going. And so hopefully pick up it again in a couple of days to continue. And it's going to take me a while to get through all of that, but we'll get there eventually. And yeah, I'll be releasing some videos as well. That's going to be fun. So thanks very much. Take care. Have a lovely day. I'm going to sign off now. Take care.